We walk through life assuming we are the authors of our own stories. We truly believe our choices, our cultural history, and the daily paths we take belong entirely to us. Yet the modern digital landscape tells a different story. Media platforms are saturated with negativity, operating without filters of respect or humility, while users chase validation from strangers to feel a sense of gratification. External forces deliberately exploit our attention to drive this shift toward toxicity. Consider the possibility that free will is a curated experience. We may be operating inside a structured program, one specifically designed to guide and constrain our actions through psychological manipulation. To understand our modern reality, we have to look past the user interface of our daily routines and identify the hidden architecture dictating our behavior. This architecture begins long before the digital age, through macro-level conditioning. Macro-level conditioning is the broad curation of history, folklore, and cultural narratives to shape public perception. We inherit altered stories, laws, and societal regulations. Together, these elements form a rigid set of boundaries that limit how we interact with the world. These rules dictate what society accepts and what it rejects. They construct the invisible walls of the structured program we navigate every day. The historical narratives we learn and the laws we follow serve as the foundational code. They set the absolute limits of our societal sandbox. Once the societal boundaries are set, the system targets the individual human mind. It maps our most basic emotional and psychological needs. Everyone has an innate desire to be known, to feel loved, and to receive validation. The platforms we use track these specific desires. Those natural human traits become psychological vulnerabilities. The system turns the healthy need for connection into a constant craving for instant gratification from total strangers. By leveraging our deepest psychological needs, external forces ensure that we willingly participate in their overarching program. Today, these psychological vulnerabilities are plugged directly into personalized media feeds through algorithmic coercion. Algorithmic coercion is the practice of using data-driven systems to manipulate user behavior and choices without their explicit awareness. As this diagram illustrates, the mechanism relies on intense curation. It feeds individuals highly personalized, filtered information designed to hijack their attention and limit their broader perspective. This continuous feedback loop manipulates users into adopting specific ideas. It is designed so seamlessly that we believe these implanted thoughts were formed organically, completely on our own. The ultimate objective is data extraction. Unaware victims willingly surrender vast amounts of personal information in exchange for access to free or limited services. The result is a self-sustaining trap. It functions as a digital prison, maintained by the inmates themselves, constructed entirely out of their own extracted data. We have to evaluate the actual transaction taking place. The superficial free services and material items we enjoy come with a steep, hidden price. The fleeting moments of digital validation and the convenience of these platforms act as bait. They permanently bind us to the architects of the system. When we accept the terms and conditions, we sign our lives away. We enter into an unequal and exploitative contract. This trade puts us in a state of continuous psychological and material debt to external governing forces. The tragic irony lies in how fiercely we defend our illusion of free will, even as we function in this state of systemic debt. To have any hope of reclaiming actual autonomy, we have to first recognize and consciously acknowledge that this structured manipulation exists. We must stop willingly trading away our personal reality, our data, and our autonomy for an engineered illusion.